finished yesterday in that heat. That you deserve applause for finishing that heat, no matter what your score was.
Thank you, Blair. Appreciate that. I guess we're going live here.
I haven't cooked that. Yeah. Well, we do need a sign.
You're like,
Diego says next right.
Good afternoon, Cary Rotary Club. Welcome to the friendliest club in District 7710. It's a pleasure to have you on this beautiful last day of August. Hard to believe the summer is coming to a close with the temperatures the way they've been. We've got a full agenda today, so I'll get right to it. Let me ask Darren Gay if he will lead us in the prayer and pledge. Darren?
Thank you. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for the opportunity for us to come together as a Rotary family today, Lord. And there's so many things going on in our world. We just ask that your guidance be with our leaders and all of the destruction that's going on the globe, local level in the United States, the hurricane, and all the people that are displaced because of that. We just ask that you have a hand in all of it, Lord, and we just ask for your continued blessings. Thank you for yesterday. It was a wonderful day, Lord, and we're just so grateful for everything that you do for us. Thank this food and the nourishments of our body, Lord. In your precious and holy name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God bless America, land that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Darren, thank you very much. Can I call on Paul Weselkevich to introduce our guests with us today? Paul.
Thank you, President. We have Paul Saltzman, who's got an interesting guest with him.
Yes, I picked up the hitchhiker on the way to the meeting today. Seriously, this is my wife, Audrey.
Hello, Audrey.
And David Colter.
Yes, Casey ran for a long time, and it's also president of the Kidznotes board. Welcome him. Casey, welcome.
Welcome, Audrey. Welcome, Casey. Shane, we look forward to hearing from you. Darren made reference to a great day yesterday. I'm sure that Chris has been working his fingers to the bone doing some calculating. If you want to share any early feedback or news to those that weren't able to join us yesterday, Chris.
Thank you, Bob. Well, needless to say, it was hot yesterday, but we had golfers ranging from 90 years old, Jim's group, down to 26 with Cecily. Everybody made it back alive. And I want to just thank people. I see players, I see volunteers, more players over there. Thank you for making it as smooth as it possibly has been in the last couple of years. So big hats off to you folks. And put on your calendar the last weekend in August. We'll be doing it again. Of course, it's lazy days, and that means it'll be the hottest day of the summer right after that. But mark your calendar. We'll try it again next year. Thank you.
I'm not sure, Jim, but I think Chris just outed you as 90 years old. That must have been a different reference. That's not Jim. It was the 90-year-old in that, of course.
It's in his group.
Shot his age, below his age as a group. And thank you, Chris, for a fantastic event. I want to acknowledge you and the work of all of your committee. I know that you and Billy Sutton and Harold Bennett,
That whole table over there is
Tim there, you just basically created a huge funding event for our favorite charities, our foundation. So thank you very much for all your work on that. So we'll go from one event to the next. Renee is going to give us a little bit of a save the date for an upcoming social.
Hey, hi everyone. It's been a while since we've been together socially. I know we played golf yesterday, but we have been trying to come up with an idea to kind of reach out and snare some people back that kind of drifted away. They haven't left the club, but we just hadn't seen them. And so Operation Lost Sheep is underway, according to, I think you coined that phrase. But we're going to, on the 26th of September, we have a shelter reserved over at Bond Park. It's a Sunday afternoon, and we will get you some details back about that. We'll either do a box lunch type of thing, but just to get together and have a little outside time. Hopefully that will be something you can come to. So watch your emails, and we'll have some details coming up. But right now, save that day. Thank you.
Looking forward to that event. Good to see some folks we haven't seen for a while, perhaps. Jim, you had a quick announcement you wanted to make on?
Yes, you saw a lot of great golf shirts at the tournament yesterday, and if you still like to have one, we have, it turns out we have an open order, so I can add some to it. So see me or email me if you're sorry that you're not here.
All right, thank you, Jim. There's lots of very attractive Cary Rotary Club logo wear out and about, and there's a good bit flying the colors today. Mary Cam had asked to make an announcement. I don't see that she's been able to join us yet, but on her behalf, I did just want to make an announcement with respect to one of the Peace Fellows studying over at Duke and UNC as part of the program. You know, we're unique to have that proximity. And this particular Peace Fellow is doing some social work and is looking at children's psychiatry clinic in Raleigh and trying to support and study there. And so they're looking for some dry goods that could be used in that setting. So if anyone has beanbag chairs, 3 or 4 beanbag chairs, they're looking for a small table and chair for coloring, any toys, dolls, cars, Lego. I hate stepping on those Legos, creative toys, card games, etc. Most of the children in that psychiatry practice are between ages 7 and 14. So she would just like to put out an appeal for those kinds of materials, and we can support our Peace Fellow here. So thanks to Mary for bringing that up. Can I ask past President Reggie Scales and the current chair of the Cary Rotary Club Foundation to come forward?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you. All right, I do appreciate the response here. Let me say hello to the Friendlies Rotary Club in District 710. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm here on behalf of the foundation. As president of the foundation, I'm going to ask the foundation members to stand, please. We're here today. Yes, maybe. If we could stand, please. Okay, if you can't stand, it's okay. So I just wanted you to look around and see the members of the foundation. What's been happening over the past couple of months is we have revised our bylaws. And part of that revision, it deals with the number of members that are on the foundation board. And so today, the board has recommended an individual to join our board from the club. This individual joined our club in the midst of a pandemic. And I'm gonna ask Gail if she would come forward. Gail Cabrera is the individual who will be placed before the board. So, Gail is quite dynamic, and I kind of liken her to kind of a free agent that everybody wants. She came in buzzing around, a lot of energy, a lot of focus, and I'm very pleased to say she did accept our invitation to join the foundation board. All right, our bylaws state very clearly that an individual who wants to join the board has to be approved by the club. And that's what we're doing here today. So President Bob's going to come forward in a minute and ask you for a motion. The other part of that process, and the board finalized these meetings last week, is we increased the total board members to 9. All right, you have to have an odd number. It'll make 7. And so we've got an opening for 2 more individuals. Bruce Howell has already expressed interest. And so he'll go into that queue. If there's anybody else who has interest, please let me or any of the board members know. All right. The president has a copy of our amended bylaws. If anybody would like to see them, you can see him or me. And with that being said, I'm going to ask President Bob to come forward and ask for a vote for Gail Cabrera to join the Rotary Club Foundation.
All right. Thank you, Past President Reggie. And with that, I will ask for a vote by acclamation to approve the appointment of Gail Cabrera to the Cary Rotary Foundation Board. All in favor? Aye. Congratulations. Boy, it's a great day when we get to appoint a new member to the foundation and to induct a new member. So I'll ask Harold Bennett to come forward for our new member induction. Yeah.
Reggie, taller than me, I guess. I got to turn this thing down.
This will be my first time I'm doing this, so please be patient with me. Fellow Rotarians, it is the responsibility of every Rotarian to recruit new quality members and retain our existing members to ensure continued success in meeting with many needs of the local and international communities and to extend the spirit of Rotary throughout our community. Just think of the impact Rotary has had on your professional and personal life as a result of someone inviting you to Rotary. Today, we welcome to our Rotary family and admit membership to Ellen Poisson, who has been sponsored by me, Harold Bennett. You have been elected to membership in this club because your fellow members believe you to be a worthy representative of your vocation and also to possess qualities that will permit you to exemplify in your public, business, social, and private life the true spirit of Rotary. Will the members please stand? It is my privilege and honor to induct you as a member of the Rotary Club of Cary. Your sponsor will have the pleasure made in pinning on the emblem, I won't do that, of our worldwide association. Wear it always with pride. Fellow Rotarians, I present to you Ellen Poisson, and I charge you to give her your friendship and help to educate her on the responsibilities and requirements of being a Rotarian, as well as the many worthwhile programs and projects of Rotary. And also by getting them to stand up, you got a standing ovation.
Awesome. It's a good day.
This is her red badge. As we all know, we've been through this. Please introduce yourself and say hey and welcome her to our club at some point. And she'll be working through her orientation on her way to her blue badge. So that's yours. And then we give you some gifts.
I love gifts.
Okay, well, this is good, but you won't get any more after this. This is a pin that I don't know if it has a magnet on the back or not, but we can get one if you don't want the pin. And then we also have a coin here that shows service above self. And then it has our 4-way test on the back of it. And it's also a perfect size ball marker.
Awesome, thank you.
And during these times, we thought it fitting to give her the official Rotary Club of Cary mask.
I love it.
Okay, and we will not be doing any testing of COVID here.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody,
Thank you.
and welcome her. Thank you, Harold, and congratulations, Ellen. Welcome. So pleased to have you with us. And I guess I'm going to skip out of order here, just been inspired. Hearing a new member inducted strikes me, we've got a number of member anniversaries that are all coincidentally September 1st, tomorrow. Mac Wooten Online will celebrate 10 years with the Cary Rotary Club and 18 in other clubs, so 28 years as a Rotarian tomorrow. Dr. Mann, also 28 years with the Cary Rotary Club tomorrow. Congratulations. Thank you. Leon Abbott, 36 years as a Rotarian tomorrow. And online, John Hatcher will celebrate 51 years as a Rotarian effective tomorrow. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you for everything you've done to make this club what it is. All right, so let's move to our program. Can I ask David Coulter to come and introduce some fantastic guests today?
Thank you, President Bob. Shana Tucker, cellist, singer, songwriter, storyteller, arts advocate, teaching artist. She is a musician with the unique genre of chamber soul weaving jazz, roots, folk, acoustical pop, and a touch of R&B into melodies that will echo in your head for a long time. A Long Island, New York native, she studied cello at Howard University and later received her degree in violoncello from the Brooklyn College of Conservatory Music. Among her many accolades, the recruiters at Cirque du Soleil recruited her to spend 5 years in their show where she performed with them. She serves on the Washington Women's Jazz Advisory Board, which promotes women's jazz artists through concerts, jam sessions, lectures, and master classes. She has received many local and regional awards and fellowship grants. She's an accomplished musician and teacher, and she serves as the executive director of Kidznotes. Shana, welcome.
My accompanist. Far away, past mountain sea, shines a light. Far away over forests and trees is a light that heeds neither rain nor shine. It continues to shine for you and for me. Needs neither rain nor shine. It continues to shine for you and for me. For you and for me. Far away, past valley and hill, shines a light. Far away, over field and windmill is a light. So beautiful to behold, and it continues to glow for you and for me. It's so beautiful to behold, and it continues to glow for you and for me. For you and for me. It serves as a reminder that you can always find a love so real. You'll be able to feel it's a warm and glow wherever our souls may go. It serves as a reminder that you can always find a love so real. You'll be able to feel it's a warm and glow wherever our souls may go. Wherever you go, wherever I go, so look past the mountain and past the sea, see the forest full of trees, and the light will guide us home. So far away shines a light for you and for me. Shine, shine, shine. So I started this off with the song Shine, because that's the song that when I was a teaching artist, first time I would go into a classroom, I would talk about songwriting and how you can use one word and repeat the same word, and that becomes the focus of your attention, that becomes the focus of the story. And this song in particular is a song that always reminds me of my grandmother, because as I was telling you, I'm from New York, and Mimi's from Brooklyn, and she would talk like this, and she was like, Shana, look, you're out there traveling the world, you're doing your thing, and I know you want to come and visit me, but it's okay, don't worry, you don't have to come back. I know you hate Long Island, I know you hate it. But here's the thing. If you look up in the sky and you see something that's shining, so there's sun, the moon, the stars, doesn't matter. You look up in the sky, whatever's shining, that's my love. That's my hug for you. That is my wish, my hope for you, and I love you. okay, goodbye. She would hang up. She doesn't, she just like, she's got that sort of, I called out, I don't know what my phone number is, whatever. When she's done, she's done. And I found that in playing this song, going into a classroom full of kids that may or may not know what a shuffle is, that may have never seen someone singing and playing at the same time, and more specifically, students, children who see me, and I've heard this before, coming into the classroom, little girls that say, oh my gosh, she's black. Oh my gosh, it's shallow, or something, what is that? Whatever. They've not seen themselves doing this. And I remember that because that was me. I started playing cello when I was 11 years old. And the reason why I'm telling you this about the classroom is that there are kids these days, especially now, that haven't seen their grandparents in God knows how long, right? They haven't been able to hug their loved ones because we can't travel. Everybody's, can't see your friends because we're in school one day, we're out of school, we're online. You may or may not want to show up online. And so songs like Shine and the reminder that there is something bigger and there is an intention that can feed us. There is something musical, there's a song that we can sing, there's music that we can play to bring us back to the space of reset, to a space of peace and calm. When I go into the classrooms, when I used to go into classrooms, we would talk about how you can write a song about anything. You can write a song about belly buttons. You can write a song about the rain and the sun and the moon and the stars. But now, more than ever, our kids need to remember that this joy and this creativity and music, even if you don't play cello, even if you don't play an instrument at all, the creativity is here inside of us. It's here inside of us. It's here. We are creativity. We are joy. And the purpose of Kidznotes is to remind our students of this joy. Kidznotes is now 11 years old. I became the executive director in September of 2020, so I'm celebrating anniversary next month. And I came in during a time when our kids were learning music virtually, which I'm sure you can imagine. Learning anything online for the first time is kind of a challenge. But when you have an instrument that you don't know how to tune, that you don't know how to hold the bow, you don't know how to hold the instrument, it becomes a challenge, and our kids were still showing up. The purpose of Kidznotes is to provide access to this creativity, to confidence, to a community that is built on the concept of orchestra. Because Kidznotes is an El Sistema inspired program. And El Sistema is a movement that was started in Venezuela. It is worldwide. El Sistema USA is who our umbrella is. And the understanding is that we can share this reminder that everyone has a creative bone, some, not even some more than others. We just have to exercise that bone, exercise that muscle. And when we do that, it breeds other benefits. We say that we are not a conservatory. We say that we are an organization that is music for social change. Music is the avenue to confidence and to the practice of practice. You learn an instrument, you develop that muscle of learning and practice. Now when it comes time to study, you develop your study skills, they're transferable. You stand up, I don't know, sidebar, do you all know that Charlie is a cellist? Did you know that? Yes. So Charlie has this confidence that I'm talking about, even though he's not a Kidznotes student. But Charlie walked up to me in the parking lot and was like, hey, are you going to the Quantum? Are you going to the Rotary today? Did you play cello? Of course I do, because it's on my back. But it was a lovely icebreaker. It was an icebreaker. I play, and right after you play cello, of course I do. I play cello too. How many years you been playing cello, Joe? 4 years, okay? How readily did a fellow cello come up to me and say, I play cello too? Now, this is the type of confidence that we want to instill and cultivate in our students that are single-digit years old, right? So that there's not a shyness about, you know, I'm not ready to play in front of people. We ask our students all the time, if, do you play cello too?
No, I just wanted to say the reason we invited you, not Charlie, is because we built.
Charlie, don't let me talk about Charlie. Well, I told Charlie he could play my cello after I was done if he wanted to, so y'all, if you have time for that, please stick around.
Now, I would comment, we have a member of the YMCA, and I was talking to David Berger, who is blind at birth. And I took lessons for 3 years, now COVID's up here.
And then you'll get back to it.
Now we get back.
Yeah. So this level of confidence is the type of thing that I think we need most in this world. And when we start, our kids start at the beginning program in Mozart's in kindergarten, first grade, second grade. This is the first year they were coming back online, from offline. So excited about that because when we show up to these open houses at school, the students are like, oh my gosh, what is that? Oh my gosh, I want to play. They're just ready and they're reaching and they're hungry for this outlet, something else to do that gives them something to use with their hands, but also the ability to say, I play violin, I play drums, I play viola, I play clarinet, and readily say there's no shyness, there's no hesitation, and they may only know their open strings. They may only know 1 or 2 notes, but they are happy to tell you and show you what they know. This level of confidence and certainty and assuredness, these are transferable skills, and this is what we need most from our kids growing up at this time, in this space where they can't be social, right? They can't be with their friends just yet. They need something to remind them of who they are. And in Kidznotes, we have a way of doing that through music. Our program is 100% free to our families. It's after school, Monday through Thursday. We provide instruments. This actually is a Kidznotes instrument that was donated recently to the organization. This will go to one of our students in one of our chamber ensembles in the fall. And I have 8,000 more things that I want to tell you about the organization, but I think the best way for you to know is to hear from the students themselves and the parents and the teaching artists. Ms. Gail, do you mind playing sharing the screen, please? Thank you.
Music helps me drift away from all my worries and negative energy. I use it as a type of stress reliever.
When I play violin, it like calms me. When I make the right notes, it makes me feel like really good, like I can achieve good things.
It's a happy feeling in my bones.
Listening to music makes me feel just calm, collective.
Amazing.
Happy, relaxed, exciting. I like the sound of it and the way all of the like parts just come together.
You practice so much for like months, and then you finally have the concert, and you get this feeling, and it just feels so good when you play it.
Sometimes people just need a little joy in their life. Kidznotes is the people I love, the people, how like they treat you as their family and not just like a friend or anything. They actually love you and join you into their group.
It's an outlet that we can pass along through the community so that other children can have the opportunity to play and get exposed to music.
Kidznotes helps to close the access gap for Black and Brown students in arts education by creating a safe and healthy learning environment that is supported by the community.
Parents are such an important part of the process because they are there to support their children, to make sure that they show up every day to be present in the program.
It's really awesome to teach the children everything I know from my own experience as a musician.
To hear them play and see all of their hard work coming together it's a wonderful feeling.
Through ELF Sistema-inspired principles of collaboration and community, Kidznotes students are self-motivated and self-activated to access joy through their orchestral community.
I noticed that with her learning the violin, she's even more focused, very concentrated.
Everyone can come together and share something that's beautiful and that's meaningful and really achieve something that they love that can carry into other parts of life.
There is just something about this ability of social change through music education. This is what we're doing with these kids.
At Kidznotes, we're not just teaching music, we're teaching students how to access their joy. And we want to remind them that you don't have to be a musician for a living to be a musician for life.
So I don't think that there's much else to say after that. These children are amazing. They did all of that. They learned music through the pandemic, almost, I'd say 80% on Zoom. They showed up, were excited to see each other. We combined our Raleigh and Durham videos virtually. So they got a chance, you know how people are. People live in Durham, they want to come to Raleigh. It's so far. People live in Raleigh, it was like, it's all the way in Durham. And these kids, these families said, you know what? This is more important. The community, the orchestra is more important. We need to show up. This is who Kidznotes are, this is who we are. And I'm happy to take any questions. If you have any, I'm happy to take comments too, because I don't know how you can watch them and not be like, oh my God, these kids. Yes, sir.
Do you try to get the instruments for every kid so that they can take them home to practice?
We do get instruments for every student. We collected a lot of instruments over the years. There's certain instruments that are more popular, so we are constantly re-upping because some instruments have a shelf life. But there's always a need for violins. We get a lot of donations for saxophone that we have in the past, but we don't teach saxophone, so I'm not sure what that's about. But yes, every student that is in the program receives an instrument, even the bigger instruments. We don't have them, keep it at the nucleo and we don't practice at home. We make sure that they have them, that they can provide. We provide them for a home anniversary. Yes.
Do you do any fundraisers?
We do fundraisers. We have a new director of development, Amber Jones, who is cracking the whip on some throughout the year fundraisers. Let's see, the first official, interestingly enough, the first fundraiser that is happening this fiscal year is, Casey, I don't know if you know this. I don't know if I told you this, but as you see, I'm an artist. For this past year, I've been trying to just be executive director. But this year is the anniversary of my executive directorship and also my birthday. And I am giving a concert on September 23rd at Golden Belt Amphitheater in Durham. And the proceeds are going to Kidznotes. So that's 23rd, but Our website is kidznotes.org/support. Or just sign up on the newsletter and we will happily tell you when we're having fundraisers and how you can support us. Thank you. There's a question over here. That the hand is up.
Paul,
Okay. Oh, okay. Yes.
How do you attract students and what's your capacity?
Sure. So we are centered and focused primarily on Title I schools in Lake County and Durham public school districts. We have to date 11 partner schools. The only requirement, official requirement, is that they are designated as Title I. We have been attending open houses. Our enrollment for new beginner students, our Mozart's program opened on the 26th, last Thursday, through this weekend. And we're only accepting returning students this year just because COVID just makes it hard from a capacity standpoint, and also teaching artists. It's just, I think if there's anyone that is related to a teacher or is a teacher, you may, or as a parent, you know that teaching, staffing teaching and substitutes is hard. So we're kind of experiencing the same thing. But yeah, our kids come from public schools. Mm-hmm.
There's a question online.
Yes.
How many students are currently participating?
Sure. Okay, and then I'll answer your part too, because you asked about capacity. So last year, during COVID, we had our enrollment averaged between fall and spring semesters 273 students. In the past, when we were fully staffed, we've had capacity for, we had over 400 students pre-COVID. Registration opened on Friday. We had close to 200 applications come in over the weekend. That's before the first push. So that makes me happy and also a little nervous because I want to make sure that we can serve as many students as the need and the desire, the demand calls for. Did that answer the question?
You said that the instruments have a shelf life.
Yes.
Is that because of the treatment they get? Because they're Stradivarius violins.
I don't know if I wish they were Stradivarius, because I think, again, everybody's stress level would be like, don't take that on the bus. Don't do that.
My question is, why the shelf life?
Sure.
If we've got quality instruments that are 300 years old.
Well, so there's a limited capacity for student instruments in general. We have a surprising amount of high quality donations, but they're usually full size instruments, and our kids start little, kindergarten, grabby, knocky, everything's all over the place. So we get the balance between durability and playability. I know firsthand from playing a school instrument that was not decent quality, that the instruments will fight you, and then you think that it's you they can't play, when really instruments just hard to play. So we try to find a balance between instruments that are not cost prohibitive, but also that will last a certain amount of time. That a student instrument is going to have a shelf life. Also, I think that, sir, what did you mean? Bruce, I think Bruce was using this as an opportunity to make a joke about the Stradivarius. No, it was a legitimate question. Well, I'm glad I answered it.
In other words, you answered my question.
Mm-hmm.
But in other words, you said they have a shelf life.
Yes.
And you answered my reason for the shelf life.
Gotcha.
And the reason I was asking about it is, I just know that people value Stradivarius violins. They're 300 years old.
Yes.
And they have survived.
Yes, they have survived. Like, for example, we just got a Steinway piano donation usually don't take piano donations, but it's a beautiful instrument, and we want to make sure again that our students have access to high quality sound. But we've got to baby it. So yeah, we can't choose between too many Stradivarius. Although if you know anyone that has one, figure out a way. I don't want to take up too much time. Yes, sir.
So when people leave your program, do they stay with music? Can you tell whether they continue?
Sure. So we've had, let's see, 3 rounds of 12th graders graduating and moving on into the next chapters of life. Since I've been here, a recent graduate is Sabine, is UNCG music ed major. She's a flutist. And she will tell anybody who listens that the reason why she's a music ed major is because of Kidznotes. Marcus G is one of our all-stars quartet members. He just graduated and is on full scholarship to Peabody Conservatory of Music at Johns Hopkins, playing cello. He learned at Kidznotes. We have 2 other violin and viola students who graduated are going to UNC Chapel Hill, UNC Greensboro, to study pre-med. One wants to be a nurse, one wants to be a doctor. And they are still playing. They went off with their instruments. So like I said in the video, we want to make sure that each of our students understands that we do not have to be a musician for a living to be a musician for life. The creativity carries through, and it informs everything in you, and it makes your community better because we are creative and we share that creativity, we share that joy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
I would say that your presentation, your music from the beginning was a whole lot better than the PowerPoint slides. I think we all enjoyed it. And on behalf of our club, we have a resident member, Jerry Miller, that was also responsible for this Hot Lazy Days that we just had this weekend. And he's a local artist. We have some of his note cards that we'd like to leave you with one.
Yes.
You can remember us, and we thank you again so much. And Mr. Casey, we have one for you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Awesome. So thanks again. Come back anytime.
Shana, thank you very much. It is not often we are visited by someone with the level of virtuosity that you've demonstrated for us. So thank you very much. Lovely way to have lunch. All right, well, I mentioned club anniversaries a little bit earlier. We want to make sure we recognize those birthdays. Special day today for Ms. Renee Spell. Happy birthday, Renee. Camille is online. Happy birthday to you tomorrow, September 1st. He was online earlier. He is. I see him. Mac. Happy birthday to Mac on the 4th of September, which I guess is Sunday, Saturday. I noticed, Mac, that you have both a club anniversary and a birthday in the same week. It's a tribute to your prior planning. We've also got several wedding anniversaries this week. Speaking of prior planning, congratulations to Leon and Sally Abbas, who on the 3rd will celebrate their wedding anniversary. Tom Brooks is online with us. Tom, congratulations to you and Pat. Celebrating an anniversary on the 2nd. I guess that's Thursday.
55 years.
Surprise. I hope I didn't take you by surprise.
No.
And Bill and Becky Fletcher on the 6th of September. Congratulations to Bill and Becky. Next week, we're grateful that Bruce Howell will bring us Paul Kane, who's the executive director of the Home Builders of Raleigh and Wake County. Hot topic these days, of course, with real estate, so we'll be anxious to hear from Paul. Hand to God, Scott. Lunch next week is a cheeseburger with lettuce, onion, and tomato and fries. So come on back and enjoy the cheeseburger. And in 2 weeks, David will bring us Mike Croxon, who's the CEO of CESI, the Consumer Education Company, with a presentation there. So we'll look forward to that. I want to thank Shana. Casey, thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you for bringing Shana to us and supporting that group. Thank you, Audrey, for joining us today. I believe you had a recent anniversary as well, so I'll offer that. It'll come. It's within the last 365 days or so. And finally, want to recognize, congratulate, and welcome Ellen Poisson for her membership. So with that, I'll ask Leon, in honor of your anniversary, will you lead us out?
First, is it true? Second, to all concerned. Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Everyone.